Better you see over. Okay, let's look for some. Looking for sounds. I'm looking for the Book of Psalms. Some of the most powerful psalms you can read. 3 a.m. We are going to start with Psalms 91. Psalms 91. Let's read it. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the foulest snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you. No disaster will come near your tent, for He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because He loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him, I will protect him, for He acknowledges my name. He will call on me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him with long life. I will satisfy and show him my salvation. This was Psalms 91. Now let's do Psalms 30, Psalms 35. I'm giving you some powerful Psalms. 3 a.m. Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take up shield and armor. Arise and come to my aid. Bandish spear and javelin against those who pursue me. Say to me, I am your salvation. May those who seek my life be disgraced and put to shame. May those who plot my ruin be turned back in dismay. May they be like the calf before the wind, With the angel of the Lord driving them away, may their path be dark and slippery, with the angel of the Lord pursuing them. Since they hide their net for me and without cause, may ruin overtake them by surprise. May the net they hid entangle them. May they fall into the pit to their ruin. Then my soul will rejoice in the Lord and delight in his salvation. My whole being will exclaim, who is like you, Lord? You rescue the poor from those too strong for them, the poor and needy for those who rob them. Ruthless witnesses come forward, they question me on things I know nothing about. They repay me with evil for good and leave me like one bereaved. Yet when they were ill, I put on sackcloth and humbled myself with fasting. When my prayers returned to me unanswered, I went in, I went about mourning, as though for my friend or my brother. I bowed my head in grief, as though weeping for my mother. But when I stumbled, they gathered in glee. A silence guarded against me without my knowledge. They slandered me without ceasing, like the ungodly. They maliciously mocked, they gnashed their teeth at me. How long, Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from these ravages, my precious life from these lions. I will give you thanks in the great assembly among thrones. I will praise you. Do not let those called over me, who are my enemies without cause. Do not let those who hate me without reason maliciously wink the eyes. They do not speak peacefully, but devise false accusations against those who live quietly in the land. They sneer at me and say, aha, aha, with our own eyes we have seen it. Lord, you have seen this. Do not be silent. Do not be far from me, Lord. Awake and rise to my defense. Contend for me, my God. And Lord, vindicate me in your righteousness, Lord, my God. Do not let them galt over me. Do not let them think, aha, just what I wanted, or say, we have swallowed him up. May all who called over my distress be put to shame and confusion. May all who exalt themselves over me be clothed with shame and disgrace. May those who delight in my vindication shout for joy and gladness. May they always say, the Lord be exalted, be delighted in the well-being of his servant. My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your praises all day long. So this was another powerful Psalms, that's Psalms 35. Let's do Psalms 46. 46 is another nice one. This one is so beautiful. So that one is, God is our refuge and strength. When you're looking for strength, when you're feeling lost, when you're feeling like the world is against you. For me, like, I found peace and I think I found love, leaving everything behind and trusting one person alone, that is God. So God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountain fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at the break of day. Nations are in the uproar, kingdoms fall. He lifts his voice and earth melts. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come and see what the Lord has done, the desolation he has brought on the earth. He makes war cease, you see? He makes war cease. No matter what situation you're in, when you go to God, trust Him that He will end whatever you're going through. All right? He makes war cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. He says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will exalt among the nations, I will exalt in the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The Lord of Jacob is our fortress." Psalms 46, basically, when you're looking for strength, when you're looking for someplace to hide, that is a very powerful Psalms. And I like 112. I think 112 or 126. Let me see. Psalms 112. You see, I've got a lot of writing on mine. Um, so 3 a.m. right now. It's 2:30. It's so important to wake up between midnight and 5 a.m. to just say prayers and pray for people. Like literally, pray for people. Don't pray for yourself alone. I think what a lot of us need to know is that when you pray for people and these people have specific things within them, there's one person I'm praying for a lot of people, but there is one person I feel I have been praying for, because there sometimes, I'll tell you this, sometimes people have issues that you might have and you are not aware of it, right? For instance, let's say you're praying for someone, you become an intercessor for someone, you're seeing that something is wrong with them, or God maybe gave you a vision to pray for a particular person. When you're praying for that issue that person have, naturally, if you have that same issue, you're also healing yourself in that prayer. For instance, if you see people with children, children who are rebellious, children who have sicknesses, when you pray for people, children, that blessing also comes onto your child. So it's so important. I think before, I'm very happy with the way my life is going. I think everything has amplified to the fact where a lot of things I used to do, I'm like, oh my goodness, really? But taking yourself out of the world and isolating yourself and focusing on everything that is positive, everything that is peaceful, everything that is humble, you you get a different perspective on life. You see people differently. You don't see people as the bad they do, but you see the principalities that is actually controlling them, the attitudes they have, like people who go to clubs. There are people who wake up midnight all the time and they go clubbing. And if you have to tell them, take 1 week, wake up midnight and just pray, they're not able to do it. The principality controlling them will make them fall asleep. But when it comes to going to a club and party, they wake up at midnight consistently and go to party. It's natural. I pray that God find these souls and heal them. Okay, trust me, I've tried it and it is the worst thing. All right, so Psalms 121. That not 121, 126, because 121 is more of a praise in Psalms. which you have to give God gratitude for. So we're going to do Psalms 120. Okay, 121. So not 121. All right. This is a powerful Psalms, and it says, I will lift my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot sleep. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel, I tried to change the words and say he who watches over my family, he who watches over this person, he who watches over my home, will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forever. At this time, when you wake up in the morning, it is right now 2:33 a.m. You have to command your day, because there are people who actually wake up and pray against you. There have people who actually do that. I never knew that. Sometimes you might be sitting down in your own comfort, and all of a sudden someone met you, oh, I just mentioned your name. So it tells you that there are people who could have conversation about you without your knowledge, whether the conversation is positive or negative. It is so important every day when you wake up in the morning, you pray against anything that might have been said about you, that is not in alignment with your destiny. So you have to create prayers. Use the book of Psalms, use different scriptures in the Bible and create prayers and pray against things like, Lord, let's say for instance, you say, Lord, I wake up today, it's the break of dawn. I'm commanding this day that everything that is going to be in alignment, that is happening today, let it be in alignment with my destiny. Any words that were spoken for this particular day. Because again, the Bible speaks about, do not worry about tomorrow, forget the old things. I think that is what a lot of us were not moving forward, because we bring the past into the future. Oh my goodness, I could tell you that was one of my challenges, until for the past year I have been reading and understanding why we leave the past where it is, because the past is something that could hinder your tomorrow. Leave the past. If somebody did you something yesterday, it's better to forgive them and move on. I had to learn that a lot. Somebody say something about you, forgive them and start today. If you see that person, if you say good morning, if you say hello, if they choose not to answer, that is okay. But in your heart, what you know for sure that you've forgiven, what you know is that you're letting go of something that took hold of a part of you. So that's what I had work on for, I feel, for the past 6 months. I really wanted to work on that. And I've come to a place to look at my my chapter from birth, and I was like, hey, there were too many things in my now present life that I wasn't letting go of. Let go of that. And what you find when you do that is peace, because um you're only dealing with things of the day. No matter what happened, Do not think of yesterday. Do not think of tomorrow. So when you wake up in the morning, you command your day. You say, Father, I place today in your hands. And any words that have been spoken about me that does not align with my destiny, any words that have been spoken about me not being productive, my health, curses that were spoken, you rebuke them or you cast them out. You command and you speak with authority that they will not come to pass. You have to do that consistently every day. And you seal it. You make declaration. You declare words like you declare today you will be productive in your job. Today you declare things about your family, loved ones, even the city you live with, even those where people say that's your enemy. I don't have enemy. I have people that I have had misunderstanding with, but I don't consider the word enemy. If someone is my enemy, it has to be a principality that is using someone to maybe see me as someone that is not positive. I've always been someone positive, but I learned through a situation how certain times things could change who you are and make you bring out something you never knew that existed inside of you. And it is in that time you should try your best to get close to God so you could learn how to remove what has been brought forward. A lot of you have things inside you. You may be thinking you're living the best life, you're a good person, until you're met with a situation that brings out a different emotion, a different personality, and an attitude. Does not necessarily mean that's who you are, but that is something inside of you that you have to get rid of. So I look at every situation that have happened in my life and I see it as like how would I see? I see it as an opportunity for me to learn what is this situation teaching me today. What am I supposed to learn in that situation? And I started doing that after I would say for the past few months, I've just been sitting every time something happened. Let's say if somebody tell me something, if someone is not agreeing with me, if something happened all of a sudden, if my child is not listening, I will sit with myself and I say, what is happening? And what am I supposed to learn right now? Am I speaking humble? Am I not listening? I look at every opportunity as learning opportunities for me to better myself at something. So it's the holidays. If I go out and I meet like someone, they're angry or driving on the road and someone shouted after me, and I'm like, okay, what is going on? What feeling did I get when that person shouted after me? Is this something I have to work on? Is it fear? Is it anxiety? These are things that a lot of people are not aware of. Now, do know that in life, not everything is going to come out smooth. I think a lot of people live their life out there happy, but internally they're hurting so much. When you find peace and when you know for sure you're living a truthful, transparent, honest life, nothing anybody says or nothing anyone bring forward is going to make you feel anything different. You know when you will feel bad? If you become dishonest, if you become someone that you're living a fake life. You're living a fake life. You're not transparent with what you're doing. It hurts inside of you because every day you walk in the streets and you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, I told this person something yesterday, and that is not honest. There is this butterfly that is going to be thinking inside of you because you know for sure each and that person see you and catch you, you know. Oh my God, guys. In the morning, when I wake up, I have to pray for people. There are so many people I've gotten into contact with, I pray for. I have had some great reflections that I'm not going back to because I feel where I'm at in my life is I let go of everything. Okay, let go of everything, meaning everything that had, I would say, a status quo to it. I took myself out of it and I have felt so peaceful. And I think that is what a lot of people they're doing. For them to gain recognition, for them to be known, they have to be in a group or they have to have a loud voice. I learned on my journey the more peaceful you are, the more behind the scenes you are, life is so much better. You don't get yourself in any conflicting situation. There is peace, there is smile, there is laughter, there is growth mentally, there is growth spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially. There is growth in the type of communication and network you attract. When you are living a life that is not in alignment with kingdom principles, you find yourself getting into a lot of complications. Now, I know there are people who call themselves Christians out there. They'll say they pray, they fast, they do everything, and nothing seems to work for them. For me, I feel that there might be something wrong with your equation because I don't consider myself Christian. I consider myself someone learning, someone on a journey of learning what my true destiny is. And on that journey, I am opening my mind up to accept the wisdom in the words that I'm reading. I'm not going to take every single word for word. You have to be smart. And the reason why I'm not taking what I read word for word, you have to ask God for wisdom to understand what you are reading. Because the interpretation it might have for me might not be the interpretation for you based on the season you're in, what you're going through. And I think that's what a lot of people fail to realize. When a pastor or prophet, someone read a verse, say, I rejoice with those, I rejoice with those who said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. Different people, this verse itself will interpret different things based on the circumstances of the situation. And to me, every time I read a verse, it does not mean the same thing. And I was having a conversation with my sister. I was like, listen, I just read the book of Job and now I'm reading it. What it told me last year, it's telling me something different this year. Because the season where I was in last year, where I felt, oh my goodness, I cried out every day because I felt the whole world is on my back. What I am reading right now, it has to do with more restoration. Where last year I thought I was at the beginning phase of the Job story, where I felt, oh my goodness, that right now the demons are attacking me. This is me because if we look at the book of Job, Job was tested by Satan and he was a wealthy man. So for me, I felt when I lost everything, I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong? It is because I'm not in alignment with God. What am I doing? Oh my God, too much. But now, reading the book of Job, I'm starting to understand and see how things work. Because no matter what you're going through in life, I feel there is always a point in time where you will come to realization of either you're accepting, you are having faith, there comes healing, different things could happen. So the book of Psalms is a powerful Psalms. Now, I learned something recently while I was praying. Something came to me. Do you know there are people who actually knows the Bible that could use the words in the Bible against others in a negative way? So when you are reading verses in the Bible where you feel that is what you're supposed to read, You read it to yourself and you also read it to prevent people from using it to attack you against you. There are people that do not practice positivity. When they pray for bad things to happen to others. You have to rebuke those things in your life. There are some people, they're just like that. Wicked people out there. If they know something usually happens when they do it, they will consistently do it. But my word of caution for you, I've got to go pray. It's around 10 minutes to 3. So I'm going to leave just now. I got to play my worship. So if you're praying around this time, make sure you worship. Like play some gospel music to set your atmosphere. Play some gospel music where it puts you at this peaceful place before you go into prayer and before you go straight to asking God. Thank Him for where you are right now in your life. Like January, my goodness, January is a month that I have to pray for. January, February. Um, I just hope everything, I just hope God answers some prayers. Some people really need some deliverance. So, worship. There is a song I like lately. It's called They May Have Called You Barren. Better is the okay, it's called Better is the End of a Matter. You go look for that song. Better is the end of a matter. It's better the end of something because sometimes it's at the end of something it reveals. It reveals a lot to you. And you could also listen to the song Gratitude. Gratitude by Victoria Okenzie, I think. Victoria. My gratitude will not cease. Anyhow, I don't know. I don't know why I came alive. Maybe someone had to hear these prayers. I don't know. I was just there playing my gospel and I just turned on my camera. Right? I turn on my camera and sometimes these feelings come. I don't think I've posted on my other social media platforms as yet. Just taking some peaceful time for myself. This is the first video in about a few weeks. But I've got to go pray. I hope you guys play some gospel music for 10 minutes and go speak to God. Anything you want God to answer, anything you want, just speak. Just speak right now. Speak and pray. Just have a conversation. I would encourage you to do that. Look at this. Job's final word to his friends. Okay. Have a blessed morning. Remember to go command your day. Bye, everybody.